Good morning, Planet Flipside. How are you this morning?
Good morning, Planet Flipside. How are you this morning? I am doing okay with my coffee, which is black this morning because, of course, my dumbass forgot to stop at the store and have been forgetting to stop at the store to get almond milk because, you know, I can't have regular milk. Yay. Or cream. Yay. But anyways, I know that my best friend Vixen Littlepaw knows all about that, don't you, Vixie?
Why haven't you tried almond cream?
I have.
Oh, is it good?
And it's delicious.
No, I've never had it.
I did.
I've heard about it, but I've never
I
had
like it better in my coffee, and I like it like in a creamer. But Mel would know that too. So Straight Savage.
Mel knows about that?
I think so. I'm pretty
Mel
sure.
knows
about
things.
that? Mel knows things.
She does.
We don't know why she knows things, but she knows that.
She does know things, I'm telling you. She knows all about that too.
Mernon Polite!
And
Hey, Polite.
you know who else knows a lot about that? Miss Keto Lady over here. Miss Jerry Bomb Pop.
Keto Lady!
I cheat with keto coffee. I use sugar-free creamer. It's powder and stevia. So I don't know shit about that.
My bunny finally has an ear.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
Oh, you know what doll hasn't seen?
Oh, yeah.
I'll go get it.
Ding dong, Maven calling.
Who's at the door?
It's Polite!
Oh,
Yay,
hi, Polite! Come
Yay,
on.
Polite! I love the do!
I
Yeah.
love it. It looks so cool.
I got so
I
excited.
fucking adore that
Yes!
so much.
You have the
Love
best
it.
noggin.
I know. When I first buzzed my head in like 2017, I had this dude.
She Britney 10 years after Britney. She did the anniversary.
This guy Ryan Cowden. He was like, your brain, or your head is so shapely, and like I've had a complex about it ever since. I'm like,
Great.
you're right. You're right.
No, it's beautifully shaped.
Good
Yeah.
shape, though.
It's such a good shape for
I'm-
like somebody that would have their hair like buzzed. So
Mhm.
it's good. Oh my god, it's so cute.
It's so cute.
This is done in bright stripes, and he's
It's
got
beautiful.
piercings on both of his ears. He's got an industrial,
Oh.
an oracle, and then he's got his lobes pierced, and he's got an oracle cartilage, and then he's got his eyebrow over here pierced over on top of his
look
safety
at
eye,
I love it.
and he's got
Yeah.
a belly button piercing.
Oh my god, he's so cute.
I can't
Yes,
figure out
he
if I'm
is.
putting him in the giveaway or if he's going to DollHouZe.
We haven't
Oh,
decided
wow.
yet. It's
Okay,
one of those.
okay.
But that is
Okay.
bright stripes. That's the yarn that I used. And his head's a little cockeyed because when I sewed him on, I wasn't actually paying attention.
Yeah.
It gives
So
him
he's just kind of
character.
looking off to the side.
It's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
And I still have to do him in neon stripes to see how that turns
We don't
out.
want perfect here.
No, we
Right?
don't.
No.
It gives him
Perfect is
a
boring.
character. So
So I chopped up some more of my hair yesterday.
I still can't get over how adorable it is.
I know.
I
very
really
cute.
like
saw
it
some
short.
flying from the back, and I'm like, I'm doing that. So I don't know what a mess I got going on back there, but I
That's okay.
definitely have two locks that don't go into ponytails.
That's called asymmetrical, and that is
Mhm.
perfectly artistic.
Mhm.
I used to have a swing cut all the time in high school. My hair is thinner than it used to be, and it's not as curly.
Well, I saw the video
wasn't
where
ready for
you did the actual cut on TikTok on my For You finally last night.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, oh my God, I can't get over it. It's so fucking cute.
Go. I saw Polite's video, and I'm like, squee!
Yeah.
I saw that one too.
Like, yay!
Everybody's like,
I didn't do great.
Everybody's shaving their hair and
No, I shaved mine. I shaved my head last year. I'm not doing it for at least another 4 more years. I do it like every 5 years.
Timely. That's timely, yeah.
It starts with
actually
a side, then
about
it's a
going
mohawk, then it's like straight up just top knot, then it's, oh, I can't fucking stand this anymore. I'm just shaving this shit.
I made the decision of growing this out for a little while.
Oh,
just to see if I can do it.
Good
Yeah.
luck.
The amount of patience that you will start to have.
I know. I'm already like, I want it off. I want it off.
Right.
I want it off.
That was me for the first 3 months after shaving mine. I was like, I do
watch
this every
the
5
long
fucking
parts
years.
start getting shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter.
So where it's like to a
yeah.
point where you can cut it and it evens out, and you're like, yeah, I'm shaving this shit again.
Yeah, I feel like that's what's gonna end up happening. I'm gonna end up getting it cut, and it's gonna like become the same length, and then I'm gonna be like, oh well, I want it off again, but this time I'm doing a mohawk.
Well, the funny thing is when I started beauty school, I had a top knot, and that was what I started beauty school with. And I actually grew my hair out throughout beauty school versus being like the rest of the girls and cutting all of theirs off.
I was just gonna say, which most of the time it's way opposite.
Right. Normally, when you go through beauty school, you do all the horrific things to your hair to find out what your hair can take.
It's like, oh yeah, been there, done that.
Right.
No, I don't need to know what my hair takes and everything like that. I know.
You will find out the limits.
I have pictures of me with a very short blonde bob. Like this. I'm a baby dyke. It's very cute. I have it, and I'm wearing a t-shirt that's off-white with off-white letters on it. This is naturally lesbian pictures. I don't know what happened to that t-shirt.
So my favorite cut in the entire world is an A-line, and I like my A-lines drastic, like I can never say that word. Occipital bone high.
Yeah. Oh, the swing when it goes back to the front. Yeah. When I think A-line, I think 80s.
No, okay, so what you're thinking is asymmetrical, where it's shorter on one side and longer on the other, and then the A-line is where it's super short and comes down in a drastic angle.
Yeah, I had the Eon Flux rocking when I was
but mine, like when I do them, for myself, I bring it straight up to the top of my occipital bone, which is like right here, and then I just shave down the rest of it, and just like that line is fucking cut.
Hey, Polite!
But I started like almost at my crown and
do you see that?
Yeah.
Is that yours?
It's mine. It's mine.
I told her this morning. She's like, somebody bought it, and I'm like, I know who bought it.
I woke up.
I heard there's a new OC coming.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's
so
just Tank Girl.
That's not just an O thing. That is a huge thing.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I bought everything.
That was one of the most
Amazon.
iconic movies from my early adulthood that I can remember.
Loved Tank Girl. If I still had the Blu-ray or DVD or whatever I had for it, I would be watching it, but I don't know where I can watch it.
First time I saw it, actually, I don't remember. I thought that.
Which reminds me, I need the information for the Plex again because I don't know how.
I don't even have it. But I have websites that I go to that nobody should go to. Don't do what I do, kids.
Sorry for forgetting to ask about it.
Wait, the other way. I saw it with Vixie and I saw it with Mel because I don't know. I don't remember. I might have seen it when I was younger because it looked so familiar. I remember
you watched that one by yourself because I haven't seen it in years.
It was hyped up a lot.
I got 2 words for you.
Brush your teeth.
Brush your teeth.
I want to watch it, but I can't get in the Plex. I need a password.
I need a password.
Hubby. SOS, please, someone save her.
Because I haven't been on there in months, and then I tried to get on. I'm like, am I supposed to go under this one or this one? But they're both asking for a password. I don't know.
Well, we have to be careful, you know. If somebody hacked my movie and database or my home videos of the kids' therapies and, you know, stuff like that.
I don't want all that. I don't want all that.
What? No. I don't want any of that. I just want the movies.
No, that's why you get right. That's why you have the password you have. Everything's separated out. Sebastian has his own server.
Yes, I saw that.
So that when he goes to school, they can access it and not get into any of my other stuff.
Yeah.
I just want to put this out there. I think Lori Petty is one of the most underrated actors.
Oh yeah,
I 100% agree.
Yeah,
she's amazing.
Morning, Brantley. By the way, thank you for offering to share chicken nuggets last night. That was amazing.
That was so sweet.
Really was. Hi, Jimmy. Hi, Brett made chicken nuggets last night, and he came in and he said, "I made them, and you can have some." And
that was so nice, Brentley. You did really so good. You shared. I'm so proud of you. Oh my God. Polite, you're teaching him all the good.
Sharing is caring. Oh, and for I think anyone who hasn't seen last night's interview needs to go back and see
watch it. Fantastic.
It was such an amazing show. And we missed you so much last night, Doll. We really did.
Well, no, okay, so I had a wedding. All right. I had a wedding that I was invited to, and I don't ever go to weddings. It's just not a thing that I do. So
sometimes we have obligations that we have to meet outside of here, and that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that everyone comes back. Rich was a fangirl, and it was
he was. That was so epic. I was telling Carrie, I was like, I've never seen artists fan over each other, and it was so fucking amazing.
Right. That was really cool.
And sometimes Carrie is weird.
How did he do it?
Oh, you're gonna have to go watch the replay.
Oh God!
He drew bunnies. We talked about bunnies.
Yeah, he drew bunnies. He drew like 2 or 3 different kinds of bunnies because of Nick.
Drew fast.
He does, because when he went to school, that was the first thing they teach you: draw fast.
Draw fast. I love the way he said that. He's like, I went to animation school. First thing you learn how to do is draw fast.
Oh my God. Good morning, Madness.
So I can check out maybe Twice TikTok, and she's got some really cool stuff.
Oh, can you guys do me a favor?
Yes.
I hunted down her Etsy, and I definitely can't afford those dolls, but I wish I could.
I know, right?
Please, for the love of God, send me her link. Like, message me. Well, I can't access. Message me on TikTok. Share her profile with me.
I just shared it on Discord. Can you get on Discord?
Not on that phone.
Liz?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just need it. I need someone to directly send it to me through TikTok.
It's in last night's description.
And I've got to say, I kept looking at May going, "You're so pretty." I just couldn't say it out loud.
Why not? She would have loved it.
Why not?
I know, but like every time I would go to say it, somebody was, and I was like, ah.
Oh, I know. We all were talking over each other.
Love me. That was like one of the first things I said. I was like, "You are beautiful."
Yes.
Like your hair, your everything is beautiful.
Oh my God, her hair is
a woman. What the fuck?
People kill for that color. It's really hard.
Right.
Oh my God. Gorgeous.
Okay, hold on. Ow! What is poking me in the?
It's not as hard as the red, but that color is not easy to obtain. That natural, beautiful ashy blonde. That's natural ashy blonde is so pretty, and so many people want it, and it's like, dude, your hair is not going to do that.
It's too early.
Don't lift right.
No.
Your color doesn't lift that color. You get over it.
Yeah. That's a natural fucking color, dude.
Yeah. That's all natural.
That is something I will never be able to achieve because I am mousy fucking brown.
One of my favorite things that she posted lately was her birth certificate.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was cool.
I went back in time and changed things. I promise not to use my powers for evil. Well, at least a little bit.
Yeah, that's awesome though.
I thought it was great.
That made me happy.
I was so happy. I almost cried. I was so excited.
That makes me happy.
Oh yeah, I thought it was absolutely cool. It's cool as shit. Oh, and I told
This is wrong.
and I
Why
told
are we having
Phil
a
and
staring
Kaya that
contest?
we have the PDF of the game and that we're starting the game. And it's very exciting because if they meet their goals, we'll also get a bonus comic.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm excited about that. So everyone go give them $1 or whatever over on their, what the hell is that called?
Is it a Patreon? Is it a
Kickstarter?
Kofi?
Kickstarter.
Yeah, they're gonna do a Kickstarter.
Woo!
Phil and Kaya.
Phil and Kaya.
Oh, okay. Yes, sorry.
It hasn't launched yet, but when it launches, we'll put it in the Discord server.
Liz, yeah, make sure you do that because I'm all for Kickstarts. I was a part of was it Sean Cross? I don't know if you guys know him. He's like an incredible fucking artist. I would show you my phone, but
I've tried to do Kickstarter and they have vetoed every idea I've had.
Rude.
And I'm like, dude, you let a guy get paid to make a grilled cheese sandwich, not to like make the biggest grilled cheese sandwich in the world, not to make a grilled cheese sandwich for all the homeless, to make himself a grilled cheese sandwich.
A grilled cheese sandwich.
I'm pretty sure that
I have a really good idea for a grilled cheese sandwich, and I've been sitting on this for a week. And it's
Kickstart to get groceries on a regular basis.
I want to take garlic bread, like Texas toast garlic bread, and make grilled cheese out of it.
It's good. I've done it. I can make grilled cheese out of anything, though.
But I carved it out.
You guys want to know what a really
so
good grilled cheese is? Take cinnamon raisin swirled bread, green apples, ham, and cheddar cheese.
Like sharp, medium, or mild?
Sharp is the best. Because you have the raisins, the cinnamon, and the apples.
Because I get 5 pounds of sharp cheddar.
Brie is the best, but I
month.
never have money for brie, so.
Right? There's just some cheeses that are expensive as shit.
It's too expensive.
Okay,
but
brie
so
is
good.
like my favorite cheese.
It's
ever.
so expensive.
Like I can't tell you guys how much I love. It's the best cheese. And I'm so sad about the fact that I can't find nothing that's like that.
Oh, you won't. Brie's expensive for a reason.
I don't know that I've honestly had it. Munster is my go-to.
It's so good.
If you like Munster is a little.
I love
Jack
pepper
is my
jack.
favorite.
I've got Colby Jack. I've got pepper jack. I've got sharp. I've got Parmesan.
Sharp.
I've got.
Stop! You're making
like
me
I like it all.
It's the keto. I've got like 20 pounds of fucking cheese in my fridge at any given point. I've got string cheese.
You know what's funny? People are like, okay, so when I first heard about keto, I had talked about everyone's like, well, you know, if I went on keto, I don't know what I would do because, you know, they can't have cheese. And they're like, what are you talking about? It's basically all cheese. And I'm like,
no, it's not. No. It's a high fat, high protein diet. So it teaches your body to basically it teaches your body to how do I put this? I'm trying to find words. Sorry, I'm not awake enough for this.
Run hot.
Well, not only that, but like it determines the good carbs versus the bad carbs, and it processes the good carbs differently and burns fat differently than you would on a regular diet.
You're basically feeding yourself like a predator.
Basically, yeah. It's like Atkins, but like way more aggressive, but it's all about substitutions at the same time. Like there are things that I didn't necessarily give up, I just avoid, like potatoes and bananas.
Potatoes would be a hard one for me. Such a staple in my life.
Why do you think I cheat at least once a week? I'm a bad keto kid.
It's not even just I like them, it's just they're cheap compared to other things. You know?
Yeah, I had to give up potatoes.
Yeah. And I love rice.
Hi.
Rice.
I had to give up. I had to give up cheese and
I don't think I could live without my ramen.
Jimmy! So, okay, so if you are an actually good keto kid and you don't do like I do, you can have a cheat day like once a month. And you can do whatever you want on that day. I do it like once a week because I have no self-control when my trucker is home. So, you know. But, I mean, I have successfully lost 24 pounds over the course of a year. And, well, if I would actually exercise like I'm supposed to, I would have gotten to my goal weight already because you do have to exercise.
That's a very good, healthy weight loss, though.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Dropping so fast is not that great.
Right. I
know. I did that once. People got mad.
Well, and the thing is like once you go keto, you can't wholeheartedly ever get off of it unless you plan on gaining some kind of weight back because your body will revert.
So, it's just like being a vegetarian.
Right. But you can find a balance. Like I can have 1 or 2 cheat days a week and still be able to do keto. And the thing is once you get into the routine of keto, it just becomes routine.
Yeah, just like anything else.
And it changes the way that things taste. Like I use sugar substitutes. So like real sugar tastes like shit to me now. Mm-hmm. Except for like fruits. I
love
fruits. See, that would be a hard one for me.
Well, keto's popularity has made my life easier because as a diabetic,
I know
most keto things are diabetic friendly. So when I'm like grocery shopping online or something, I'll just plug in keto and see what pops up.
Right, because you have to stay within a certain carb limit when you do have type 1 or type 2. And Justin is a type 2, so we try to keep him under 20, a limit of 20, which is basically what I do a day. You just have to watch out for foods that naturally produce sugars, like a lot of fruit.
I just don't eat fruit anymore. I just don't.
Right.
I hate it.
Like I can have berries, and if you want to argue with me, I will tell you strawberries are not berries; they're actually in the rose family. But like blackberries, raspberries, and blueberries are okay, and strawberries okay.
Oh,
but
I might be okay
apples,
if I could have
oranges.
I miss
bananas.
oranges, but I could live without oranges and bananas.
Right.
But my berries, I have never met a berry I did not like.
Well, I mean, I'm a cherry berry, so.
Dingleberry.
I like. I don't know. Never met one.
You never met a cherry berry? I'm right here, bitch.
Dingleberry.
I don't like dingleberries.
And I've never had a schnozberry.
They taste like schnozberries.
I heard.
And don't get me wrong, I love rice. Matter of fact, I had sushi and chicken and steak fried rice last night. If you didn't catch the show last night, I was eating sushi. I've never had steak
fried rice. That sounds amazing.
It's
if I could live off of sushi, I would.
Legit,
if I could.
Legit, I would honestly.
Absolutely. If
I would rather have lo mein or chow mein, to be honest with you.
No, dude, if I could live off of like California rolls and tempura, I honestly would.
Oh,
and we were all showing off our chopsticks last night.
Oh, yeah. Because the sushi, Justin coming and he handed me a fork, and I was like, I don't eat sushi with a fork. I said, I want chopsticks.
Was that where you were yelling at him when you were muted?
Yes. Yeah. I muted her. I'm like, okay, we don't need to have this conversation online. But
those of us who
Rich has like the bag of ever holding next to his butt.
Yeah, like he had everything.
But it's like, boom. This is for everything we were talking about. Boom. Yes.
I've got something for that.
It was great.
Oh, that's usually me.
All right.
It was hilarious.
I can't wait to see the
It was funny because I forgot it was Saturday. And then Vixie was like, so I need your help. Doll has a wedding to go to. And I was like, okay. She's like, can you come in? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And the thing is had I not been on the panel, I was definitely going to be in the comment section because I didn't want to miss that show for shit. Like
Thank you, Cherry, for substituting.
Baby. Justin and we had a kid-free night because Grandma took the kid to go see Justin's old babysitter in concert. And when people ask me who his babysitter was, they never believe me. Because they don't.
Drop it.
It was Martina McBride. She was born in Sharon, Kansas, and she grew up in the same town that Justin was born in, and she actually did babysit Justin when he was little. So Grandma took the teenager to the concert, and we were going to go to the racetrack because they were having sprint cars from 3 different states last night. And Vixie's like, "Oh, hey, I need you." And I was like, "Yeah, we're not doing shit tonight. I gotta go hang out with some artists, yo."
Yeah, dude, this guy drew me, and I gotta go talk to him.
Right, like I had to thank him in person. And I did extra evil eyebrows last night, which are still on my face.
I'm actually glad that you got to sit down and actually say thank you to Rich and like actually have a real conversation with him. I know you didn't get to do that last time when we did that.
Right. So. Right, yeah. I don't think I was around the last time you guys had him on. I wasn't part of the channel at that point.
No.
So I'm glad you actually got to sit down and have a real conversation with him because he's really funny and he's awesome.
Yeah,
and I had such a good time.
I did not know they still had Toys R Us in Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and he had candy, that toxic waste candy.
Yeah, he draws the characters for the toxic waste character candy.
Was he was like, see that?
Like every time I go into a fucking gas station, I'm gonna look for this shit. I'm be like, I met that guy.
I know who that is.
He drew me. Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
She's gonna find a character that looks like her.
I'll be like, look, I want royalties. I have a likeness to this bitch.
I was the inspiration. I was his muse.
As soon as the gag order lifts, he's going to come talk about his newest project.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I am too. I want to know what's going on.
What you working on there, buddy?
Say that again.
What you working on there, doll?
Okay, so I decided because Terry was amazing and she showed me this great thing that Twisted Hatter had made.
You're making Bone Daddy?
Hold on. Wait.
Wait
1 second. Hold on. So I decided to make an entire sweater that is going to be a large sweater. So it's going to be like a baggy.
So you're making Bone Daddy?
I'm making Bone Daddy and I'm attaching it to this beautiful sweater.
I just want to be.
That's awesome. I'm excited to see that.
I'm trying to make it like the sweater looks like, Jack Skellington themed or whatever. And then I'm going to I'm going to make the hood and I'm going to attach it instead of having the regular hood because the hood that they have is a plain hood.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my God, I need to make an entire sweater and I'm going to sell it on DollHouZe.
Nice.
That would be something I would keep for myself.
Nah.
Then again, I made the wild oleander with the hoodie pocket and the drawstring for the hood, and I was like, I'm keeping this. And then I was like, no, I'm sending it to DollHouZe because I really want to keep it.
Yes, after a while, you have this closet full of stuff you never wear.
I know, and that's what I don't want.
Right.
And here's another thing. I have this gorgeous sweater that's all peacock colors and I crocheted edging around the knitted sweater, and then I made this huge crocheted mandala hood that's just like, and I have no idea what I did with it. I can't find it.
Oh.
I'm like, because I can only wear it like 3 times a year down here.
Wasabi, get out of the Halloween box.
But that's where the kitty cats live. It's the Halloween box.
I am the God King of monitor repair. Hubby fixed it.
Yeah,
yes, he did.
Yay!
I am the Lizard King.
One of my mutuals on TikTok was selling 145 crochet patterns for $6 on her Ravelry.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Did you get it?
I did.
I'm not surprised.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. That's what you just made my
There's
life.
some really cute stuff in there too. Like I was like, oh, okay.
Okay. See, that's the thing though. I actually found the pattern for this sweater in a so my mom gets crocheted magazines because whatever. So and occasionally I'll flip through them because some of them are themed, some of them are not. Some whatever, they kind of go back and forth. But I saw this particular sweater and it was kind of like, if you look at how the ridging is on this thing, it goes up like that. So I figure, Jack Skellington,
Houndtooth
he has
check
the
is what
same
it's called.
thing. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I liked the way that it was, and I was like, Cherry sent me a Bone Daddy hood, and I don't know if I want to put it on a sweater. I'm gonna make this sweater completely in Jack Skellington form, so somebody can cosplay Jack Skellington.
That is so awesome.
Sweater.
I wouldn't have thought of something like that. I would have been like, "Oh, I'm just going to attach it to a shawl."
I actually had someone on Instagram message me and ask me when I'm going to start working in EV foam.
And what?
I said never.
Oh my!
Because if I start, I need a house just for my stuff.
Yeah, that's
because that will just take over my life.
Oh my god!
If I started working in EV foam, that would just oh my god.
I don't even know.
I have so many ideas. It's what people make fantasy armor and head stuff with, and you can carve it like wood. And some of the I've learned a whole bunch of tricks. I used to use it a little bit in the theater when I did theater work, so I do know how to use it. And it's wonderful, but it is expensive. It can get even more expensive once you start getting, the proper paints and LED lights, and there's all these things that you can do with it. It's very, very cool to work with. And if anyone goes into kind of FX work, that's one of the things you learn how to use is EV foam.
I kind of want to get a big thing of EV foam so that I can make a mallet for
honey, you don't. You could do a mallet with other stuff though. You really don't need.
I was gonna say couch foam would be just fine.
I know that, but I want something that's going to be light, not something that's going to be like.
Yeah, but you could use styrofoam and wrap it with the light foam. I wouldn't go EV foam. It would just be too thick. That would be a lot of carving.
You could also get those little floor tiles that they put in kids' rooms.
Yeah.
The squishy foam.
Yeah. That would work really good for a mallet.
See, when I did a live action role play, that was not SCA, it was something else. And we used pool noodle when pool noodles came out to make our swords with. And before that, we would try to use whatever foam we could find.
Oh, did you used to do bops? Well, I don't. That's what we called it. Where you'd go out and actually hit each other with the swords. That's big in Georgia. That's a big shit thing in Georgia.
Yeah,
they basically play live action D&D and actually smash each other with boppers.
Yeah, and we have our
it's cool. I do it. I was
for the magic. We take little foam balls and wrap them up in whatever color fabric and throw them at each other. And our shields were made out of sleds that were covered in foam.
How's your crochet coming, Polite?
Yeah,
not great. I haven't done anymore. I lost my little thing. I have too many things. I lost my case with all my stuff in it.
Oh no!
It's probably under my bed. I just haven't found it. But I did find my Nana set. I don't know where I put that.
Oh yeah, you put a picture of it in the Discord and you were laughing because the J hook is shorter.
Yeah,
it's by somebody. It's by Hoyle instead of Boyle, I think.
It's Hero instead of Boy.
Oh, Hero.
Hero.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah, it's an older one.
I could still use these.
I think everybody's owned by Hoyle now.
I don't know what that is.
It's Boyle, Hoyle. It's the brand. It's all owned by the same person now. So Polite got this really cool case when she started, and I went. When she told me how much it was, I was like, "No way!" So I went and got mine, and I knit also. So
you got a case that'll hold all your
crochet
hooks.
Oh,
knitting
needles. Love bamboo. I love bamboo knitting needles. I think they're beautiful.
I have
Absolutely
a set.
gorgeous.
I just bought a cheap set on Amazon. It came with the straight and it came with the circular. Not the circular. Maybe it was a circular, but they don't have DPNs in it. That's what it doesn't have.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have to put my.
I've seen that.
But I had all these. There was like a few with it, and then I put all my little ones in here because I have some little ones that they don't make anymore that were my great grandmother's, like when I do jewelry and stuff. And I think the coolest thing in this whole set, if I can get it now that I'm talking.
The first actual set that I bought was a boy set, but they were the ergonomic hooks, so they came in a leather bound zip pouch, and I called it my Bible. And my Bible now lives in Oregon. No, I'm sorry, in Washington. Oh yeah, that's how I've got my.
This is my
darning
favorite
needles.
part.
Yes.
It came with a shit ton
of darning needles. You lose them all the time,
and they're all metal. I had some plastic ones for a while. I hated them.
Now, if you really want to get into, like, if you get into crochet and you want to get some really good hooks, Clover's good. A lot of people don't like Susan Bates, but I love Susan Bates. I'll use a boy if I have to, but Addie makes a really good hook. And so does Tulip. They make it because there's a Japanese aluminum and they glide like nobody's business.
I think these are tulips that came in this one. If they're not
tulips are going to be super expensive. Like I spent, and if you go look for them now, you're looking at anywhere between $150 to $250 for a full set. Oh. But I think I paid like $100 for mine. Yeah,
to figure out what that's why I don't know if you.
Yeah, they're not lettered. They're all done in millimeters.
There's nothing on these.
Oh, okay.
When I got them, and I was like, oh. So I took the gauge and I gauged them, and I took a Sharpie and wrote on their little loop that they go in. Yeah. Which one was what? I'm like, so the biggest one's an I.
I think the biggest one that I had to buy 2 sets because I bought a smaller set it was a 3-hook set, and that was like $35, and it was the 6 millimeter, a 6.5. It was like a JK and like a smaller hook, and then I got my whole set, which had everything, except for a K hook. That was the only thing that it was missing, and I already had the K hook.
Brentley, Bone Daddy is another name for Jack Skellington from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
They call him that once in the opening.
Bone Daddy.
I think it's the sax players, right? They call him that?
Yep. And then because he goes, the sax player.
He knows. Is that what you said? Little shit. You little shit.
So I pulled all my spooky gear out of the shed the other day, and Sushi has decided he lives in that box now.
It smells good.
And all of my Halloween decorations are going up on September 1st.
Nice.
Oh, I have some interesting news. But I will fight
anybody who starts putting their Christmas decorations up anytime before Thanksgiving.
Yep.
I have a legitimate TikTok fight that I fight every year with I Am Tamtastic. Like, she puts her tree up as early as she can, and I'm like, bitch, take that shit down. It's not time yet.
Not time.
So we have this ongoing war every year. Like, we're Christmas enemies. It's fun. And it's the only time. This is not your house. It's not fucking time.
The only time I accept a Christmas tree being put up is if they dress it up for the holidays that come before
a holiday tree is very different from a Christmas tree. Because I've seen people who keep their tree up all year and they decorate it throughout the holidays. But if you're going to put up your Christmas tree, take off your fucking Christmas decorations when it's time.
Right.
Well, don't put them on until it's fucking time.
Every year I get pictures of this house. I have no idea where it is. So if any of you know, let me know. Because people send me pictures of this house all the time. A Halloween house. It's in It's Alice in Wonderland, but it's kind of like spooky. It's not as spooky as American McGee, but it's a little trippy. But my favorite part is they have this huge Cheshire cat made out of plywood that goes across the roof.
Oh,
it's as big as I want it.
What are you gonna do with it, Vixie?
I'm gonna put it on my roof, and it's gonna live there forever.
But then you're gonna have to get up there and repaint and blah blah blah.
There's kids you can pay $10 to paint in between the stripes.
Oh, honey, no, that's inflation. You got to pay $30 this year. Next year it'll be
hell
$50.
no.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No.
By the way, I want to take a moment and tell anybody who is going to be affected by Ida, just please be safe, guys.
Please.
Oh,
I'm in the opposite side of the state, so if you need to camp out in my backyard, just let me know.
I've been kind of keeping track on it all night, and I am just they're talking about it's going to be just as bad, if not worse, than Katrina, and my heart is just sinking right now because of it.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope not.
I hope not, because that means we're going to get part of it.
That's what I said.
That heavy.
Katrina was bad.
Yeah. I remember when Katrina hit.
I remember that. Well, was it Katrina or Elsa that you Vixie?
That was Elsa.
We ran an Elsa. Katrina hit Louisiana.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
That's the one where people were.
Now, granted, Ida is not supposed to hit the same spot that Katrina hit, but she's going to make landfall sometime today. Yeah. And there's still people that are refusing to leave. Last I saw was they were talking about it's going to be a category 4 with at least 130 mile an hour winds.
No. I mean,
that's not
that bad. Still picking up from Katrina?
I'm terrible.
Oh no, I don't think so.
Oh yeah. Well, there's some stuff that's still going on from Katrina. A lot of buildings got condemned and never got touched again.
Oh.
Because I was looking at Louisiana. I'm always looking at Louisiana property.
I've never been there. I want to go.
I'm a goth kid. Of course, I'm looking at Louisiana.
Well, and the funny thing is right? Like everybody automatically assumes you want to go to Nolens because it's Louisiana, and I'm like, I don't want to go to the French Quarter. Like, yeah, I want to walk through the French Quarter at least one time, but like, I don't want to go during Mardi Gras. I want to go during off season.
Yeah.
But
I almost went to go meet Poppy Zebright once, but it didn't happen, and then I lost contact with her. She's one of my favorite authors, and she actually friended me on Facebook. It freaked me out. I was so excited. That's one of the times I really geeked out. Her and The Rock,
Dwayne Johnson,
friended me on Facebook. At first, I was like, "Why did he? Why?
Right?
Is this really him?
Right?
It was like when I first started on Facebook, right?" And hubby goes, "It's because you post all the gaming stuff. He's a gamer."
Yeah.
I'm like, "No." So
he
I went
really
to
is.
Sure enough, went to his Facebook page. Most of it was about D&D.
Yeah, I was going to say, because when he started in the Fast and the Furious series, Vin Diesel actually got him really into D&D because they actually have an ongoing campaign.
The other one that was weird was, I can't remember his name. I recognized his picture when he followed me, and I'm like, no. It's the guy with the blonde curly hair from 90210.
Ian Ziering.
Thank you.
Friend.
He followed me, and I'm like,
you guys.
So I went to look, and I'm thinking, this has got to be a con account,
Right.
And I went, and I'm looking through it, and I'm like,
nope, that's the real shit deal.
That's really him. That's like picnic pictures and family outings and crap,
It's either really him or it's his social media team. Either way, you can claim that shit.
Yeah. So, but I left Facebook like 5 years ago. So,
well, I think it's funny because over on the app that we shall not speak of, Keanu Reeves has contacted me 4 separate times from 4 different accounts and really wants my attention.
I know, me too.
I'm like, dude, get over yourself. You're not the real shit deal. Go away. One of these days, it's really going to be him, and I'm going to be like, fuck.
Damn it.
Hi, I'm Keanu Reeves. No, you're not. Shut up.
Like I was watching Bram Stoker's Dracula the other night. I love that movie so much.
I fall asleep all the time during that movie. When the gypsies come to town, I start falling asleep. I don't know why.
It's the traveler in you. They're just like, nope, it's time to go to Mimi's. Good night.
Night. Night.
There's a video of Vin Diesel playing D&D with Matthew Mercer. In fact, they made a new class for him called the Witch Hunter.
Oh,
but
cool.
He's not the one who plays the Witch Hunter. Vin Diesel's the one who plays the Witch Hunter. And that's what he based the movie off of.
He said Vin Diesel.
Yeah, Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
My bad. I thought
it's okay. You saw The Rock.
It's a pronoun.
I did. That was the problem.
Mm-hmm.
But
have you ever
I
seen
think
Vin
I've
Diesel's
had more
twin?
fangirling on this channel than I have had in my entire life. And I've met some big names.
Yeah.
Like I met Tom Selleck when I was selling corn on the side of the road in Michigan. It was so funny too, because I wasn't supposed to technically be taking the money. My cousin was, but she started freaking out.
Mm-hmm.
And she went and sat down, and he was really nice.
I
sold
so
him
many
corn,
musicians,
and I turned around, and she's like, "Do you know who that was?" And I'm like, "That was Tom Selleck. He lives up the road from us. Did you not know that?"
So back home, there's a lot of actual famous people that live there. Like Julia Roberts has a home in New Mexico. Val Kilmer still lives there.
Antonio Banderas lives down the road from us.
Yeah. And like
I've never seen him.
Growing up and doing what I've done across my life, I've met a lot of musicians. Like my granddad used to go
you're probably
fishing
right,
with Ted Nugent. Like
my mom's best friend, Philly, she's from England. Before she became a midwife, she was a model during the Twiggy era. Some of you all know what I'm talking about. Some of you won't. If you don't, Google.
When the beauty standards completely shifted and fucked everybody up.
And she is too. She is so tall. She laughs because she has to go to the same specialty stores for the opposite problem.
Yeah.
She has no boobies.
Right.
Oh.
She wears an A cup, which I didn't know that grown women for a long time. I didn't know grown women wore A cups. It was pretty interesting. Anyways, that's the point of the story. When she was, her children grew up with Ozzy Osbourne's children from the first marriage, during the first marriage. Not
There's
Shannon.
people out there that don't know Sharon. That Ozzy has
the older
children.
brother and the older sister. The older brother was not on the show. The older sister, I think, made 2 cameo appearances on the show.
She did.
Her son grew up with them, and they're kind of neat. And when I was talking to him, he goes, "I was so sure they were not going to be on that show when it was coming out because they hate being in the public eye."
Right.
The other 2 are camera whores, but Jack and
Kelly.
her name is. Jack and Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But she says Ozzy is like one of the sweetest people in the entire world.
He truly is. He really is.
He's so soft.
The funny thing is if you actually try to have a conversation with him now, you can barely understand him until he starts singing. And then you can completely understand every word that comes out of his face.
That was one of my favorite things about the first season of the show, had the Ozzy translator.
Mm-hmm.
So they gave him subtitles.
Yep.
The second season didn't have that. It pissed me right the fuck off. I'm like,
I've seen him in concert more times than I can. Like I've seen Ozzy in concert so many more times than I've seen anybody else.
Oh God, you guys have been talking in the comments like this entire time.
They're okay.
Hi, Mike.
Yes.
They're okay.
I've been paying attention. I'm trying to keep them in the loop of the conversation.
No.
So, what have you been to concerts, and what are your favorites and why? Table talk.
Nameless. Countless amounts. I've been backstage more times than I can count.
I have. Yeah.
I started going to concerts when I was 6 years old. My first concert my mom took me to in Monroe, Michigan for the Monroe County Fair, and I saw Tanya Tucker and Travis Tritt.
My first concert, I'm sorry, it
was Randy Travis. It wasn't Travis Tritt.
It was either 5 or 6.
Oh.
And it was at
you guys
the Wisconsin, Milwaukee, cheese.
Killswitch and Gage, they probably put on a really good show.
Wisconsin, Milwaukee cheese farmer fireman fair, something like it was huge names. But anyways, there was a huge concert. I got a rose painted on my face. I'll never forget that. I was so excited. I had a rose painted on my face, and I sat on my father's shoulders while we watched Juice Newton in concert.
I think my favorite concert, it's a toss up. In Toledo back in the 90s, they used to have this thing. It was called Rally by the River, and they would have free concerts. And that's where I saw the Goo Goo Dolls for the first time. But my favorite concert was when Tool came out with 10,000 Days.
I bet that was a good concert. I never saw it, but I bet.
So I got to go to the concert, and it was funny because I'm so short, and everybody in the crowd was so tall. And I can weasel my way through a crowd. Actually, I have another concert that was another one of my favorites. But like being able to see Maynard that close was amazing. But not only that, their light show was just astounding.
Oh my God. Do you want to know about a good light show? Rise Against is incredible. They use fire, they have lights, they do everything. There's this dude that like jumps from the ceiling. They pretend like he's in a harness but pretends to kill himself. It's freaking incredible. Sorry.
Another my other favorite show that I got to see was when I first came to Kansas, and I got to go see In This Moment. And I literally warmed my way up, and I'm just sitting there staring at Maria Brink. I was just like, "You're a goddess. You're a fucking goddess."
I got to see Tori Amos before Boys for Pele came out.
Ooh.
So pretty much before anybody knew who she was. It was at an abandoned church in Philadelphia. It was amazing.
Well,
the acoustics in that church and the security was crazy. Because it's an old abandoned church, you know, and the crowd was really cool because it was so eclectic. You saw little hippie girls sitting next to little emo girls and we're all ready to listen to our angry girl music, you know, and she gets out there and basically makes love to the goddamn piano. It was amazing. She makes up shit on the fly too.
I was 17, and my mom took me and one of my stepsisters to go see Clay Walker. And the funniest thing happened, because this was down at the New Mexico State University in Las Cruces. That's where they held all the concerts at, unless you went upstate to Albuquerque. But it got real quiet in the stadium, and all of a sudden you just hear this shake your butt, and it was me. And my mom turned around and just looked at me. And he heard me, and he turned around, and he started shaking his ass.
Yes!
And I was just like, oh, fuck, I really am loud.
It was in this moment.
It was at this moment Cherry realized your superpower.
Right. So, but that was a really funny moment for I mean, music has been such right. It's been such an influential part of my life. It's a lot of times that's how I communicate is through music.
One of the only stadium concert I ever went to was Pink Floyd Division Bell, and I will never go to a stadium concert again. I remember going to go see the laser shows when they were doing the laser shows for the Wall. I helped do those.
Oh.
I was working with a friend in the Orlando Museum of Science who had. And they had their own laser shows that they did on and we actually, and I would go in and help. I wasn't actually paid. I'd go in and help because she knew I did a semester of animation and I hated it, but I adored her. It's my friend Priscilla. And we got faxes because this is before, you know, people emailed shit.
Well, that's because email wasn't a thing then.
Yeah, really. Well, so we got facts. I might still have some. I'll have to look. We got faxes of different pictures from the wall. The video of the wall. And I just sit there and stare at those thinking, I can't believe I have this in my hand. You know? But then we did the laser shows. It took for freaking ever because that stuff is so complex. And if you all haven't been to a laser show, because they're not as popular as they used to be.
Not anymore, no.
The lasers go so fast that they do what's called light painting, and it's after effects of the light. And it was amazing watching these things. Basically, it's like watching a 3D movie be printed in light. That's probably the only way to describe it. So these things really are coming at you, whether you like it or not. But it's light, so it's not going to hurt you.
Yeah.
I guess the other closest thing I could compare it to is holographic imaging, but not as clear because it's all solid colors. But that was some intense work. We put a lot of sweat in that one. But
I have owned more copies of the album for the wall than anything else in my life.
Yeah. Is it the wall? Is that the one that syncs up?
Yeah.
No.
With Wizard of Oz.
It's Dark Side of the Moon.
No, that's Dark Side of the Moon. Yeah, you're right. You're Dark Side of the Moon.
Dark Side of the Moon. If you start Dark Side of the Moon up, you can do it on tape, but it doesn't cue as well as the album.
Right.
If you start it up right when the lion roars, it
syncs up completely to Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz, it syncs up. And of course, it's not as long as the movie.
No.
So it does end before the movie's over. But my favorite part is when the Munchkins come out and Us and Them start playing. That is my favorite part. Every time I see that, I'm like, who was high?
Who wasn't?
Yeah, me. That was the thing. I was not.
My favorite concert was Fall Out Boy in Hawthorne Heights.
Oh my God.
And From First to Last was there.
I actually have
I saw
Fall Out Boy tattoo.
Ooh.
Which way? Which way?
I love it.
Yes.
Mine was Fall Out Boy as well.
My first was Blink-182 and Phoenix TX, but my favorite was Fall Out Boy.
My first was a blues concert.
In '99, I drove to Phoenix to the Celebrity Theater, and I showed up 6 hours early, and I was sitting outside, and I was putting my makeup on, and Glenn Danzig walks out because I went to go see Danzig. And he's walking out because he's fixing to go do some promotions at a music store. And I look over, and I just blurt out, "Hey, Glenn." And he looks over, he's like, "Yeah, what can I do for you?" I was like, "Can I have a hug?" And he's like, "Yeah, get over here." Now, mind you, I'm wearing 6-inch platforms, booty shorts,
of course,
and I'm a little chunky monkey. I'd never made a 300-yard dash that quick in my life. And there's actual pictures of me jumping into Glenn's arms. I have a picture on my Facebook of me and Glenn. Now, on a personal level, he's kind of a dick, but when he's meeting his fans, he's really sweet. I've actually gotten the opportunity, yet again, when I moved to Kansas, he has new members of his band. Like Johnny Kelly was the guitar, or I'm sorry, he was the drummer, who is the former drummer of Typo Negative, who I have a story about him too. Tommy Victor, which is the lead singer of Prong, Ministry, and is now the guitarist for Danzig. And oh God, Steve Bing is his bassist. So a friend of mine that I went with knew Tommy. So we got backstage and like we were hanging out because they're lifelong friends. And Johnny looks over at me as I'm sitting there while my friend is talking to Tommy, and like I'm interacting kind of, but I'm kind of like, meh. Johnny looks at me and he's like, "You need a cigarette." And I was like, "Yes, I do." So he grabs me and we go outside. Really awesome dude. And it was funny because when we got out there, this guy walked up to him and goes, "Oh my God, you're Johnny Kelly. You have the tattoo." And Johnny goes, "Yeah, I'm Johnny Kelly. I have the tattoo." And I was like, "Do you want to go back inside?" And he's like, yeah, that'd be a really cool idea. Thanks. So, like, we go out for the show, and I'm sitting. Steve Zing, not Bing. I'm sorry. I'm up against the guardrail in front of Steve, and I'm like literally just stripper dancing to all the music, and he's just completely enthralled with it. And,
of course he is,
right? And then afterwards, Tommy pulled us back, and Johnny was like, "Come on," and I was like, "All right." So we go. We're hanging out. Or
okay.
Right? Like I was
okay.
And the funny thing is like I looked at Johnny and I was like, so I'm not trying to be too intrusive, but please tell me that Peter was a good person. And he was like, yeah, he was an amazing person. I was like, I share a birthday with him. He was like, do you have Facebook? I was like, yeah. So I have him and Steve on my Facebook. And Tommy and I lost connection. But at one point, when I had met the person that I went to the concert with, we were running around in Arizona at this point. This was well over a decade ago. And she gives me this phone number. She's like, I want you to call this. I was like, okay, who is it? She's like, just call the number. I was like, all right. So I call the number and somebody picks up. They're like, hello. And she snatches the phone and she's like, Tommy, what are you doing in Arizona and not tell me? And I was like, who the fuck did I just call? She's like, oh, you just called Tommy Victor. And I was like, no, I saw him when I was like 15 years old in concert. She's like, oh yeah, one of these days you'll meet him. And I didn't think she was like, I thought she was lying.
Yeah.
And then later down the road, I actually got to meet Tommy. He's a really awesome dude. We have this ongoing joke of, hi, I'm dumb.
Hi, I'm dumb. Hi, I'm stupid.
No, it's the name tags. It's, hi, I'm dumb.
Oh, I'm dumb.
Y'all have all these cool first concerts. Mine was Aaron Carter.
Aww.
I was a little teeny bopper.
Hey,
No,
I liked Aaron Carter.
I don't like him now.
My
but I liked
grandma
him when
and
he
your
was
grandma sitting by the fire.
You want to
Kind
talk
of
about
my grandma
my
says,
real...
your grandma, I'm gonna set your flag on fire. Talking about, hey now.
See, I'm glad I'm wearing
going.
earphones because if Justin heard that, he would start singing it relentlessly for days on end, and I would have to kill Mel.
I think Cyndi Lauper did it the best, personally.
Do what?
My first actual real concert was Taylor Swift. So
I took my little sister to see NSYNC. I try to forget that I saw that, but I did.
I don't go to concerts I don't want to see. Though. I opt out. I
miss going to concerts, honestly. Like, I just miss it, the atmosphere and just everything about it.
Well, and there are so many different kinds that cater to so many different people. Like I said, I would never do a stadium concert again. I did not enjoy it, even though I love Pink Floyd. I mean, I love Pink Floyd.
I really enjoy outdoor
concerts. I did
concerts.
not enjoy the stadium concert whatsoever.
Yeah.
Whatsoever. Except for the cute girl who showed me where my seats were. That was fun. Anyway, not the point of the story.
I digress.
My friend Puppy looked at me and goes, so we go out to a concert and you get flirted with by the cute girl and not me. And I said, hey, I got nice tits. What else am I supposed to say to that? But
I mean, it's all about the tits, honey.
I like bars. I like seeing concerts in bars.
Yeah.
They're more intimate.
Yeah, right.
And I like
so when I was
venues
promoting
that are
in
like
Arizona,
set up like churches, but not necessarily a church, but an inside venue.
Right. Yeah, we have a lot of music
sit.
venues around here that are smaller, more intimate that I like.
Yeah.
When I was promoting in Arizona, a lot of the bands that we promoted for were all in bars, and it was the Gothic industrial bands. And
I saw those in Gothic industrial clubs.
We didn't have that many in Arizona at that point in time. It was the early 2000s. It wasn't. It was either dying out or it hadn't hit.
I was just gonna say.
And there was one club in El Paso that we did go to when I was back home, and it was built out of an old church, which was absolutely amazing.
We had
my place.
The Venture.
Oh, that's built out of an old church. Yeah, we're gonna go there.
Yeah, with the Venture, it was called the Venture in Orlando, and it was like outside of Orlando, in the middle of nowhere. Took forever to find because I never even heard of the road. and it was an old church with it was almost like a warehouse behind it, like this square warehouse, and they connected the two of them together. So when you walked in, you walked through like a church.
Yeah.
And then it was just big.
Uh-huh.
Just absolutely huge.
Yeah.
And then when we did promos, it was this little hole in the walls in a strip mall of a bar. You know, when you're outside, you're like, really? And then you step in, it's like another freaking world.
Yeah.
When you walk in there.
There was one bar that we used to go to that would hold local concerts, and it was right next to a tattoo parlor. And I got a tattoo, and then decided after I got the tattoo I was going to go jump in the mosh pit, and that's when the guys started pulling me out. I was like, "No, leave me alone! I want in there."
We have a couple bars here. One called Your Place and one called My Place.
Mm-hmm.
They were owned by the same person, and for whatever reason, he sold Your Place, and now the new owner calls it YP's.
Like Your Place, but
not.
YP's.
No.
Yeah.
YP.
Trying to be like
YP.
Yeah. Or Wipey's, like wipe. I don't like it.
Wipies. Oh, Wipies.
But that-
Oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is that?
That was
my
someone
favorite-
who did not have anyone to talk to
Yeah.
warn them, because you know how I'll come into chat rooms and stuff and say, hey, I have an idea,
Yeah.
and Mel's usually like, say that again out loud. Do you think that's a good idea? And I'm like, oh, crap.
Well, I do the
there's
same thing.
There's been a lot of concerts that I've been to that have all been like local artists, like down in El Paso every year. They used to have
Those are my favorite.
A competition for who would go to Warped Tour. So I caught a lot of those.
I've
yeah.
Warped Tour. So
I've
much
never
fun.
graced the presence of Warped Tour, but
Neither
I've got
have
to
I.
see a lot of bands that have gone.
I was stoned the whole time. It was
I
so
bet.
awesome.
Oh, I
had
bet.
the best fucking time.
Should I tell you that I knew one of the bands in the first Lollapalooza?
I mean,
we actually shared, it was a reggae band called Rising Sun. And we actually shared a studio with them when I was in my band.
That's awesome.
It was really cool.
That's cool.
They were great. They were a great band. Oh, God, they were so good. And they were so sweet. The guys were so sweet. And they're the ones who told me about milk and cookies.
Oh,
They
you
kept
told us
asking me
about
if I
that
wanted
before.
milk and cookies. And I'm like, yeah, I want milk and cookies. Cookies. And they brought me a joint.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's
my
not
God.
milk and
Wait
cookies.
a minute.
That's a Scooby
So
snack.
they showed me they had a closet with all hydroponics, this whole closet, and everything was, when they first started them, they were in little milk cartons like you get at school. And they just kept getting bigger and bigger milk cartons, and now they're in milk jugs, you know, when I see them. And so that's where it got the name Milk and Cookies from.
We called them Scooby snacks, but that's a whole other story.
Back in the mid-90s, yeah. Oh, Scoobies, we used to call, do you remember those little stuffed chocolate chip cookies?
The little koalas?
No, they were just little chocolate chip cookies. They were tiny, and they had magic middles. That's what they were called.
No, I don't.
Magic middles. Okay, you guys might all be too young because this was like high school.
I'm only like 6 years younger than you. I should know this.
Still, I was in high school. You were in elementary school at that point.
It depends on what year of high school it was for you, but yeah.
Right. So they were little cookies. They were like this big, and they were chocolate chip, and they were terrible. But we used to call them Scooby snacks. So I used to throw them at the guys, and they catch them. So
yeah,
it was a game. So the one concert,
yes.
One of the concerts I wasn't sure if I was gonna like or not. I was told by the Irish boys that we were going to go to the House of Blues.
Oh.
And I'm like, yes,
yeah,
those are them.
I've seen them. I've never had them.
Keebler. And I was like, House of Blues? That's so mainstream. What are we going to go watch? Flogging Molly's and Dropkick Murphys. I'm like, come on, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm already out
My
the door.
ducks are on. Let's go.
So listen, I don't care. I know I'm naked. Let's go.
My ducks are on. That's all I need. Duck Martins and a Guinness. Let's go.
Let's go.
So
might find a kilt somewhere around here. I don't know.
Yeah, really. Oh my God.
Let me go find a random shirt in the fucking dumpster. I don't care. I'm sure somebody just threw off their shirt.
Seriously though, I could have. You should have seen some of these people. But I walked in and it was actually really cool. I was not ready for how cool the artwork was going to be in there. It's what we call swamp art where I'm from, but it's very much Creole, voodoo, hoodoo, swamp fisherman influenced dark art, and a lot of found art. So you got these boxes with nails sticking out of them and different poems plastered on the side, and I love that shit. Yeah, some of my favorite stuff. And so I was busy looking at stuff when all of a sudden one of the guys I was there with, who I didn't know very well, looked at me. Some song, it was Flogging Molly's song started, and he says, "You know how to dance?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, No, you know how to ballroom dance." I'm like, "Yeah." And he grabbed me and we started doing a foxtrot to this Flogging Molly song. I was just following his lead. We got a lot of attention from that.
So, growing up where I grew up, I learned that you can headbang to country music and you can two-step to metal.
Oh, you can two-step to anything.
Yeah.
As long as you know how to do it.
Yeah, like if you can find the beat, you can do it. Because it was very country western where I grew up, so like it was just the thing that we did.
We used to goth to Cotton Eye Joe.
Oh yeah,
goth ballet to Cotton Eye Joe. It was a big thing. Oh
yeah,
and the electric slide.
Oh God,
turn the electric slide into a goth ballet. That's one of the funnest things I ever did
ingrained in my system. Like I will die knowing how to do the electric slide.
Creole, yeah, that's
you were in your early 30s in the mid 90s. I was in my teenage years in the mid 90s.
And I was in mid 20s.
I wasn't even out of 10 or out of my.
I was born in 1990, so like
when 90
my playground.
I was 10 in 1990.
I graduated in 92.
No,
I graduated in 98.
I was born in 90.
I know, y'all are such babies.
My parents divorced in 1992.
That's like, okay.
Oh no, it was a good thing, I promise.
So children, and when I say that, I mean younger than Polite and Doll, okay? I'm not saying that Polite and Doll are children.
29.
I'm saying like teens to early 20s are trying to tell Mystic Canvas and I that these looks are not grunge looks that we were talking about. And Mystic Canvas does some awesome grunge looks.
She does. She does.
And one of them, I'm like, I can't stand this anymore. And I said to this kid, I said, I don't believe you know what you're talking about because I lived during this era. I was older than a teenager during this era.
Yeah.
And
so
I went to look it up trying to figure out what they thought grunge would be. Just curiosity, right? Everything that comes up on Google is a goth look.
Right. Like that's not grunge.
And I'm like,
that's not grunge.
I said, Kurt Cobain is turning in his grave, God damn it.
Speaking of Cobain. Okay, so the kid that they used for the cover for Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Yep.
Is suing Nirvana for sexualizing him as an infant, but yet has reproduced the album cover 5 more times since he was an infant, but is now suing Nirvana.
It wasn't Smells Like Teen Spirit.
It was for the album that it was on.
The album that it was on. I can't remember what the fuck the album was called. I'm sorry. Lost her memory.
It's okay.
But yeah,
most of us knew what you're talking about. The baby in the water.
Yeah. Yeah. The naked baby in the water. And I was like, this motherfucker seriously is trying to. No, he's not. But it's the simple fact of he's already reproduced the cover how many times, and now he's going to try to sue.
He won't win.
Right.
That, and in all honesty, for someone that young, nobody's going to recognize you.
Right.
Period.
No.
And unless you can actually prove trauma to yourself.
Yeah.
And by reproducing it, that's not I was
just going to say, by reproducing it, you threw that puppy right out the floor. Oh,
yeah, then never mind.
If his
Instagram is killing me.
What?
Well, Instagram is killing me with the puppies.
Who's killing you with
parents
the puppies?
did it. The puppy, Instagram. And when I say killing me with the puppy, they're so big. And they got the big heads and the smelly ears. I know they got the smelly ears. The puppy ears. I love puppy ears.
Puppy ears.
It's the best. And
I don't want to cuddle my dogs.
I know. Where's the puppy? But some of my favorites are like these huge dogs with the baby puppies. And the baby puppies are like all over them, right? So, but there was this one, it was Doberman picture is laying on the couch, right? And this Dalmatian climbs right on top of him. No care in the world, just climbs right on top of him. And you got the full, and he comes up. The Dalmatian's just licking his teeth, like, you love me, you know you love me. He lays his head down on it. The tails are going.
Oh.
And the Doberman picture is like, Arr! It was hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious. And of course, the white girl, where's the white girl? She'll pet this.
Oh, the puppy!
The puppy!
That big one.
Yeah. I did duet that. Keep your eye open. It'll get posted probably sometime this week.
I have that saved to duet, but I wanted to do it when I actually had makeup on versus not.
Yeah. It was that. Oh, but ever since I did that, it's funny because I did that on TikTok. On Instagram, I keep getting reels of all these dogs. And and then there was one where hyenas were taking down a lioness. There were a good 20 of them taking down one lioness, and I'm like, holy shit! Because usually that doesn't usually happen, and this is why usually the other lionesses come and you know
help.
And I'm thinking, holy shit, what's going on? And then all of a sudden, these 3 lionesses come out from nowhere, and the hyenas just
scatter.
And it says, and this is what being a sister means. Mm-hmm. And I thought, I really like that. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, when in September?
Yeah.
Hubby's is the 25th.
Justin's is next Saturday.
Brent's is the 20th. I think I'm right.
Of September?
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
I want to say the 21st.
Like full.
September is packed full, you guys. We've got a lot of birthdays going on.
I was just going to say, we need a September birthday party.
All these Virgos.
God damn it, Midwest meetup.
I'm sorry, but Virgo men are hot.
And then, so we've got all the birthdays. I've got the Midwest meetup next month, and then you guys know what happens 2 days after the Midwest meetup?
What? When's the Midwest meetup?
It's the 11th of September.
Oh, I know.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Do you know?
After that,
I know.
You better tell them.
I know. It's Cherry Ranch.
Yeah. I'm going to make an announcement on TikTok about it this week.
Yay.
Awesome.
Lots of couples celebrating Christmas / New Year's.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I said. I said, oh, you're a holiday baby. And he's like, no, I was born before the holidays.
No.
Let's put it this way. In Ohio, it was real cold in April still. So
that's where he was born, Ohio.
Yeah. My parents had Capricorn babies. It was real cold in April.
December 17th.
The birth giver and the daughter are on the 16th. My cousin is on the 15th of December. I was supposed to be the 16th. My sister was supposed to be Christmas Day. However, we decided to hang out a little bit and be born on the 3rd and 4th of January. So
my father is on Christmas Day, and he used to do the sob story to us kids about, oh, I had Christmas birthday. Nobody. Bullshit.
My birthday was 9 days after Christmas. I don't even want to have that conversation. And on top of that,
you know what I got every year for my birthday?
What?
A winter coat. Do you know what my brother got 3 days later? A winter
Christmas.
Coat.
A winter coat. 2 days later.
So birthdays weren't a big deal to me because
I haven't had a birthday by myself since I was 3.
Stuff, so. But my father used to tell us, "Oh, I got a Christmas birthday. Nobody ever celebrated my birthday." Blah 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 blah. And then I told his mother, and she went, and brought down this box. He had this stocking. I always wondered where this came from. This plastic stocking that was a good 5.5 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
And it had Mickey Mouse on it. Mickey Mouse's head on it. It was huge. It said Merry Christmas. So all of his birthday presents would go in that stocking.
Mm-hmm.
All the Christmas presents were under the tree. So that child got
They made sure
compensated for his birthday. I'm like,
you got it right, Polite.
Yay. I always want to say the 21st because of Earth, Wind, and Fire, and I'm like
the equinox.
Yep.
I can't ever forget Justin's birthday because his is literally 3 months to the day before mine and 9 months to the day after mine, and he's literally almost 3 years behind me.
I remember what months my children were born in, but for some reason I always forget the day, or I mix them up.
Yeah,
I feel so bad. I'm like, I am a terrible mother. And then finally somebody at the school told me, you are so not alone.
No.
Yeah, almost
that's
none
very
of
common.
them. She's like, it's the ones who remember that we kind of go. And plus, I have kids who don't know or care that it's their birthday.
Yeah.
So I don't have them going, how many more days? How many more days until this year?
I don't make a big shit deal out of mine unless it's like
really?
a big one. Like last year, this year I didn't make a big deal out of it because it was 41. Now, the year before that was a big shit deal because I was 40. Next year will be a big shit deal because it'll be my favorite number. But then again, I probably won't do anything until I hit 50. So,
well, you're here now, so we'll have to have a birthday live.
That'll be amazing. I got to find out what day it's on. Hold on.
Doll's birthday live was hilarious. You should watch it.
Was it?
My birthday.
Mine was fun, but Doll's was funny. Doll was a bit twisted.
Because I was drinking.
A lot.
I was very
It's going to be on a Tuesday this year, or next year, guys.
Yeah, we love you. I'll do it.
She was drinking and yelling at Mel on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
I was. I don't really remember much.
Life,
well,
yes, exactly. I will be
honey.
the answer to life, the universe, and everything in January.
I know that typically when I'm drinking, I like always tell everyone I want to go live on TikTok. I want to go live on TikTok, and somehow I get live on TikTok.
And I pull her off of it. I pulled her off of it and brought her here.
Everybody loves it because I'm funny, and people know when I go live, I'm drunk because I'm TikTok. Because every time on TikTok, I'm drunk. And they're like, have you been? Of course I have been. What are you thinking? Come on.
You know what? I'm a fucking liar because I made a big shit deal about my 39th because it was my last one of my 30s. And then my 40th was a big shit deal.
Right.
Apparently, my new favorite words for the week are big shit.
Big shit deal.
Big shit.
Big shit deal.
Doll loves it when I start going, dude, my dude.
Dude, not dude.
Dude.
I love it.
I was almost born on the leap year, but I held on till the 1st.
I had my great grandma Gracie Malloy was a leap year baby, so she always told us she was a lot younger than she
I've
was.
known a lot of leap year babies. I've known people who've gotten married on leap years. Like on the actual day of the leap year. I was born on a year that was a leap year, but I wasn't a leap year baby. Doll is always certain she's funny when she's drunk.
Yeah.
No.
I'm bulletproof and end up in a tub somewhere with water in it and try not to drown, but I fall asleep or I beat the shit out of people. It's neither or.
No,
I've just never been that.
Apparently, I am a hilarious drunk.
I mean, we're gonna have to experience this one day.
Let me see. How do I put this? You think you're very funny. You laugh a lot. And sometimes it's funny to watch you do everyday stuff or try to.
Oh, I try.
The struggle.
The struggle is real.
It's the struggle. Yeah. Oh, I just dropped a whole bunch of wine all over the place. Fuck.
Oh,
bitch, you better get a straw.
The blueberry wine incident. That was exciting. I remember that.
You don't make a big deal
I'm
out
like,
of your
that's
birthday.
not coming out.
Oh, the blue wine incident.
Well, growing up, my parents tried to make a big deal out of the birthdays just because they were in the middle of winter. So we would do our parties 6 months to the day after. So we would do the unbirthdays in the middle of summer in Ohio, which I would have rather done them in winter.
Mimsy!
Hi,
I would always go over
Mimsy.
to my grandma's house for
Hi,
my
Mimsy.
birthday because we would do like these big things for like because a lot of our family members have birthdays in August. Like my grandpa, my cousin, my older cousin who was like my sister,
right,
and,
alcohol abuse.
My younger sister are all in August, so we would do like this big thing where we would celebrate their birthdays and have my other cousins come over because it was also in the summer, so like we were going to school. By the time my birthday came up, like, and everyone else's birthday came or whatever, it was, well, not even everybody else, because everyone else, like basically the entire family, whenever they have their birthdays is in the summer. I'm the only one really that, except for my mom, who has it in like a fall winter year. So we were always going to school. So it would always just be me and my immediate family. We'd have a cake and my grandma would make me dinner, and that's like, or we would go out to dinner depending after I would get older, and I would be like, oh, why don't we just do something else instead of doing the same thing over and over again?
Chat, can you start throwing out some nouns, please?
It's Mad Libs time! Mad Libs!
Woo! Hey,
I
so while you
need-
guys are doing that, go ahead.
Do we want to do Pokemon today?
Doll.
I want to do Pokemon.
Go ahead.
I want to do Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah.
We haven't done that one in a while.
So while you guys are doing this, don't forget that we have lots and lots of links down below in the description. We also have bells to ring and links to click, and it's just all sorts of fun stuff down there. So just go check those out. We're not going to get into all of that.
Go get your very own bag that says
however,
lollipop on it.
Yeah.
I can't believe I just did that. Cherry, look what you did to me. Oh, wow. Look at them all coming.
Oh, yeah. Brett and Mimsy are on it.
Misty Platypus.
Still have an aversion to that name.
Pokemon Gym. Oh.
Chicken Lips is a good one.
Chicken Lips.
You know, it never failed. My mother would always say, when we say, what's for dinner? She'd say chicken lips. And we'd say, chickens don't have lips. And then she'd say, you kissed them?
Elf Lord.
Brent's on Pokemon now.
Yeah.
Get
that Pokemon shit going.
I'm sick of the Pokemon movies all having to do with Mewtwo.
Mewtwo.
I'm
over it. I don't like Mewtwo. I like Mew. I know that I loved Mewtwo is like
Toe Jam.
The detective one, the live action one.
Oh, that's the last one I watched. Good. That's the last one I watched.
So good.
Yes.
And I was so hoping it was going to be like that, and it was a cartoon, and it wasn't well drawn. And
do you know what I watched last night?
I don't need any more nouns. I need some verbs, please, chat.
Verbs, guys, verbs. It's what you do.
It's what you do.
It is an action.
Verb
I
is
just completely
verse.
brain farted.
Like, for example. Look
do you know what I watched last night?
How long this is so far.
I watched Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers last night.
Aww.
That's great, doll. Nice.
Vixie, I need an adverb.
Throwing
lolly,
fighting,
lolly, lolly, get your adverb.
Or in a softer.
Quickly.
Skated. Searching. Loading.
Doll, I need a part of the body.
Titties!
I already wrote it. I'm just going through the motions.
Going through the motions.
Throw, fight.
In the pond.
I'm not predictable, you guys. Stop acting like I'm predictable. My God.
No.
It's not like Mel knows me or anything.
Polite, I need an adjective. Describes a person, place, or thing.
Tall.
Describe as a noun.
Is that?
Yes.
Yeah.
You did good. I should have read my poem. I forgot to read the poem.
Cherry. I didn't just forget your name at all.
She had a moment.
It's okay.
She had a big moment.
I had a Vixie moment. Wow. I need a celebrity, Cherry.
We've talked about so many today.
Oh God, there's Jensen Ackles.
Oh.
It was a toss-up between Jensen Ackles and Jason Momoa. Come on, guys. It was that or Ryan Reynolds. What?
Fucking pillows, right?
Yeah. No idea where that came from, but yeah.
I heard someone say
fucking he was
doll.
No, he was yelling at the cat because the cat was on his pillows.
I need an adjective. Describes a noun.
Slick.
A frame Bart. That's a good one. I like that.
Not a frame
Vixie, I need an adjective.
Glistening.
And polite, you get the last blank. I need a color.
Purple.
How did I know?
We got 3 purple girls there.
All right, we're done.
Everybody mute.
From Depot Timon AdWords. And it's called Meet Team Rocket. If you're going to train and throw Pokemon, you'd better know about Team Rocket. Team Rocket's goal is to fight Pokemon for profit and to gain domination in the DMV. Although there are many members, the ones you need to know are Jessie, James, and Meowth. They may seem funny or misty at first, but don't take their power quickly. Jessie, with her long titties and her rutabaga-type Pokemon, is known for her tall anger. James is a master of disguise, dressing up as Professor Oak, Jensen Ackles, or even a bush or a platypus. Meowth wants to please his slick boss Giovanni and will skate or steal Pokemon to do it. So if you see a few glistening characters searching around Pallet Town wearing a purple uniform with a big red R, you know you've encountered Team Cheese Wheel.
Team Cheese Wheel!
Yeah.
I want to know how one dresses up like Jensen Ackles and a platypus.
Very carefully.
Man,
apparently.
Try not to pinch anything while you do that.
Well, hey. Hey. We don't talk about pinching Jensen Ackles.
Guys, Jessie and her long titties.
They're long titties.
And tall anger. Long titties and tall anger.
And don't take their power quickly. I don't know why
Jensen the platypus? Yeah, like I'm like,
don't do it.
Don't do it.
Jensen the platypus.
That was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Up, it's a 7-minute silence.
I know.
No, second, but it's just as bad. Sorry, I had a
I miss doing
itchy
Mad Libs.
top of my roof of my mouth.
My favorite part was Mel with Jessie with her
wind down.
I haven't read Mad Libs in a while. Okay, I'm out of practice.
It's okay.
I'm out of practice.
But my bunny has ears and a tail now.
Yay!
So what else do we have going on today?
After this,
let me tell
I'll be
you.
going on to Twitch to play Don't Starve Together. Probably around 1 because I need to eat some lunch. And then tonight,
you guys know what's coming.
We aren't sweethearts with Mario Kart. We're bitches with switches.
Switches.
It's all fun and games.
Until it starts.
And I'll be wearing my bitches with switches shirt tonight.
Yay.
I will most likely still be wearing the same makeup except for maybe get a nap in so it might be a little smudgy. That or it'll just be the eyebrows. I haven't decided. Depends on if I take a nap or not.
So yeah.
Hi, Myrtle.
So any of you who aren't following me on Twitch, please go follow me on Twitch. These two lovely ladies have made their
I did say that last night. And look, I'm still wearing the same makeup.
The name, it just fell right out of my head.
Affiliate,
thank you.
There you go.
So these two beautiful ladies made affiliate, and I'm jealous.
I'm sorry.
It'll happen. It took a while for me.
Patience.
I actually have to find where my time zones are because I'm like, I get no. Polite. I have to say, Polite is loyal as fuck. She's not everyone I do.
I'm always there. I love
She loves me. She really loves me.
I try to be in everybody's life.
Cherry be like, I woke
adorable.
up, I legitimately took a nap. I took a 2-hour nap before the show this morning and like made sure, because I'm such a light sleeper, especially when the trucker's home, I made sure not to touch my face and I like propped my head up so I wouldn't fuck up my makeup. All I had to do was put my eyelashes back on.
Mimsy, I'm Vixen Little Paw and everything, except Twitter. Twitter wouldn't let me have Vixen Little Paw. I have to be V Little Paw. Assholes.
Vixen Little
Paw. Brentley says he's always lurking as well.
But
and hubby says doll knows
yes, you guys are
now.
so good to
I
me,
blame
I
light
swear.
speed delay. Read the comments, love.
I can't. I'm on my phone.
Okay. Hold on. Excuse you.
I'm on my phone. Okay,
do you need to borrow?
Like, I will. Hold on. You wait a minute. Yes. Yes, that's what I always need to. Cherry be like, I woke up like this.
I did.
Channel. I noticed it's moving now. I blame light speed delay. No, it's because I'm on my phone.
And not her computer.
And not on my computer. Otherwise, I would have said
having
it right
technical
away.
difficulties.
Yeah.
It really is.
She didn't have Jimmy remind her to charge her shit yesterday.
Yeah, Jimmy, where the fuck were you?
It wasn't where he was.
He actually texted me yesterday.
I was just
I rescind what I said, Jimmy. I apologize.
Jimmy
that is a rarity.
Yes. It was in the morning though, and I did not respond.
It is not his fault. That's why you got a phone call from me.
I never respond to text in the morning.
Doll knew it was serious because I never call anybody.
Yeah,
I text message everyone, including my mother. I never call anybody. Unless we're going to have a video chat, and that's like going to each other's house to have coffee. But I called her on the phone, and she was like,
I got an actual text. I was like, Vixie never texts me. This is some shit.
Oh yeah, and I texted Cherry on the phone.
Yeah, I was like, I never get texts from Vixie. Like we have each other's phone numbers, but like we just usually message each other through different platforms. And I was like, something's up.
You know, I'm really intense.
This is real. This is not a test.
Yeah,
this is an emergency. This is a
Vixie, do not cry wolf, man.
It's actually funny because when she called, I looked at my phone and I was like, I turned to who I was with and I was like, it's Vixie. And he's like,
the president's calling y'all. Something's wrong.
I was like, I need to answer this. So I answered it and he says hello, first off, after I say hey. And then she's like, okay. I just need to know.
Are you going to the wedding?
I'm like,
okay.
Yeah, I'm on my way right now.
Have fun. Bye. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
We're both like, love you. Bye. I don't talk long on the phone either. I'm not a phone person. I've never been a phone person.
Well, it was funny, but it wasn't
Video
because like
chat
as
is
soon as I
different,
seen
though.
your name pop up across my screen, like I just got hit by this wave of anxiety. Like, oh shit, what's wrong? And then I was like, she's like, hey lady. I was like, what's up? She's like, blah 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 blah. I was like, I'm there. Okay, I can stop having a panic attack now.
I like it. And the reason I like it is you paid attention.
Of course.
Yeah, right.
My job.
Everything was in a timely manner too. Like Vixie, I know that Vixie called me, and I immediately answered, and then she immediately called Cherry afterwards. So it was all in a timely manner. Yeah. And everything was figured out. So Vixie's anxiety didn't have to go like.
Well, I like it when everything goes very smoothly, very quickly. This is why we have plans A, B. So you make the plan goes to hell. You throw away the plan, and you make a new plan.
The plan. We make a new one.
Well, no, we also have like just in case something like that happens,
right,
or whatever.
Right.
Like,
there's always backups.
To do something or whatever. Mm-hmm. There's always a backup or whatever. We always have like just in case if
we try to anyway.
Plans.
You need an extra shit show. I'm absolutely there for it.
Extra shit show. Okay, so speaking of all what is your Twitch handle? Down in the description below are links to our social media.
We have our Twitch handles.
Yes.
Where all the links and all the bells are.
That's where all the links and all the bells are. We have a link to KendraLash.com. Kendra is an artist. She makes wearable art. It's wonderful. I have these really cool earrings right here that I can show you.
Mm-hmm.
The kitties?
Do we have
the UV kitties?
I have my kitties are over there. Hanging
she makes them as plugs too. Oh, aren't those beautiful? I love those. I lost my
gorgeous.
I need to find it. I got new ones from her.
Glow under you.
So if you go to KendraLash.com, you can get some of her wonderful wearable art. I know she's putting out some new stuff.
Hey Vixie, what's the discount code?
It's Vixie Swap. All little letters. All
little letters.
And it's 20% off right now. So, and she just developed a new earring. It's called Vixie Fox.
Vixie sent me a picture of this the other night, and she was so happy she couldn't quit crying.
I was crying. I was so excited.
I was excited myself.
And it jingles. They jingle.
Well, they're double-sided and they jingle. They're two little fox faces.
But you know what that reminds me of? When my daughter was really little and first learning to walk, and she had the little shoes with the squeakers in them.
See, when we were little, we had bells in our shoes. Yep.
The little white leather ones with bells.
Oh yeah, the booties with the bells.
No. I didn't have
my daughter's squeak.
It really is so Vixie.
I had light up. So my little ones, they love the light up ones.
No.
They're like, oh, light up. I'm like, okay, better than noise.
I was so excited. Okay. Also down in the description below is a link to Planet Flipside Market. And that's where all our merch is. See that beautiful cup? Isn't that a beautiful cup? Look at that pouch with lollipop on. There's all kinds of stuff over there, actually. If you want our faces on anything, I think I have just about all the shows. Not quite, but I'm getting there.
We're getting there. And don't forget, guys, some of this. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say some of them are changing. So if you see something you want, get it now because there's a lot of stuff in the works. It'll be gone.
A lot of the stuff is limited edition. Exactly. That's what I was getting
at. The only things that I will tell you will stay because it's nice to tell people this thing is the Planet Flipside T-shirt with Planet Flip. Let me see if I can.
Where is Flip? I haven't seen him in a while.
I know,
me either. I miss
him.
Flip being lazy today.
That way.
Hi. Oh, he is apparently lazy. How could you, Flip? How could you be lazy?
He's having an off day. Okay, we all do.
He was on hiatus. He's allowed to have that every so often.
Oh, there he is.
I understand.
Come on! Come on!
No,
I'm running away.
He must have had a very long night.
Let me love you!
But you're one of the people I want to love. So yeah, and then there's the DollHouZe Etsy shop with handmade items.
Like that aviator hat that's now polite.
Yeah, if you don't do anything but you need to go over there and read the descriptions because they're hilarious.
Because they are fucking hilarious.
Wow. And Mel went over there and fixed spelling and grammar, so
yeah. Well,
it's
she's
even better now.
Because it's just gonna
so if you use the link that's below, you will get automatic discount. So that's exciting.
And there's also Mashika.
I'm like, I said it right last night. Mashika.
So last night, if you caught the show, you would have seen me wearing a necklace that was a pinkish heart, and it's actually a color-changing heart. And if you're wearing headphones, turn your volume down for a second. If you use the code Cherry Bomb Pop, you get 20% off.
There you go.
All big letters, by the way.
Pretty stuff.
Yes, yes. By the way, I did talk to her last night, and she is going to ship out a package this week to me for the giveaway.
Awesome.
Nice.
And Kendra sent me this beautiful cup for the giveaway. And Disney Mama sent me a headpiece that is just adorable. So we are gathering things for the loot box for the giveaway. The giveaway starts happening when we hit 500 subscribers. We are, I think, 2 away from. I was going to say we're 2 away from 300. So tell your friends about us. Get us up to 500. Then you have 4 weeks to get as many entries as you want.
The link for Mashika's thing doesn't work.
Oh, it's probably the one with the commas. You gotta.
I'm sorry. Thank you for telling everyone.
So
tell me
if links don't work.
Yeah, I'll fix it after the show.
Hi, Susie.
I found a
Susie. I'm Susie with a Z.
Meow. Hi, Meow. You do have a Z.
Hello, my name is Susie.
She's like,
no.
Not today, Mom. You don't get to touch me unless I say so.
Hey, that's my no square.
My whole body is a no square.
Oh, goodness gracious.
But there's lots of links down below to guys to go click and ring the bells. And don't forget to like.
Yeah, Jerry has her own link now, so she stopped stealing the other one.
Yeah. I gave Mel back her link since I got one now. So that joke's dead now.
That's a dead joke.
We killed it.
Dead joke, guys. Stop trying, okay?
Fluffer butt. She's a floofer.
Susie?
Mm-hmm.
She's my friend.
Oh, and then I saw a red-nosed pit bull.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I missed my red-nosed pit bull.
My friend
Her
has
name
one.
is Sandy.
Oh.
And she went to live with somebody else, and they still call her Sandy.
Aww.
You named her that because of Annie, didn't you?
No, she just looks like sand. Oh. Well, my mom wanted us to name her something, and I said, she's not your dog. Princess or something like that. I didn't like it. Whatever it wasn't right.
It's my dog, Mom, not yours.
And then we were going to name it something else because the youngest, I just itched my eye.
Oh, now Susie wants to love Mom.
Oh. Yeah. That's because
I named my dog Kitty.
You named your dog
I
Kitty.
believe that. You're one of those people.
In my defense, she was born while I was still in the hospital. I was still drugged up. I blame it on the drugs.
It's all the drugs' fault. It's all the drugs' fault.
She was on the drugs. One of my mother's boyfriends before she got married. I'm just gonna let that lay there. It amused me. He had huge sheep dogs, like real sheep dogs. And these things are huge. If y'all have never seen one, and their names were Cat and Kitten.
That's how Mimsy said. That's how my wife got her name too. True story.
Jewel,
I have a dog
May,
named
and
Jewel.
Daisy.
Yeah, and a cat named Bosco. I have cat.
My friend's dog Ruby. Oh, if it'll focus.
It looks like Sandy.
Yeah. It's not gonna focus, but I love Ruby.
I can tell just from there.
So good.
Oh, it focused right there.
Pits are some.
Okay.
I
had a Moo Pit, which is a red nose and a blue nose mix.
Yeah.
Oh, this is all the dogs they had.
Oh,
some of them gone now.
Look at them.
They were so good, and they're good with her boys, and fantastic.
Yeah. They used to be called the nanny dog.
Because they were nannies.
Mm-hmm. They would leave the children home alone with these dogs.
With the pit bulls,
and they would treat them like pups.
Yeah.
They would carry around the little ones by the back of their suspenders, and they were really good.
And the reason why people started docking their ears was for hunting purposes. When they weren't with the children, they were out hunting, and their ears would get caught in thorns and shit. So they started docking their ears and their tails.
Saint Bernard Husky mix, that had been huge and fluffy. I would have loved it.
I would not want to be around when that one blows its coat.
Yeah. My friend had an Irish wolfhound, and that thing in Florida, there was not a season it didn't shed.
Those dogs are massive in themselves anyway.
He bit my arm once. He didn't mean to. He was very upset because somebody let a chihuahua in the house.
Gavin and Ruby. She loves those boys. She loves them so much. It's so great.
His name was Ozzy, and he bit my arm, and then he did one of these. Oh,
I'm in trouble. I'm sorry.
Geronimo, 227 pounds is huge.
Yes.
That is a huge freaking dog.
Yes. My aunt growing up used to raise Rotties, and she all had they were all Star Wars themed names. It was quite entertaining.
We were very eclectic. All our dogs were working dogs. We usually had a lot of labs because that's what we had a lot of. Flower was the oldest. Pardon me. And she would climb trees. She would actually hop up into trees to catch stuff. She was in the newspaper like 3 or 4 times because some reporter would drive by and see her up in the tree because her favorite tree was in the front yard.
I have to replace this aux cord. It's driving me crazy.
Oh, that is.
What kind of phone do you have, Mel?
Android.
She has the regular jack. She just needs a regular aux.
Yeah.
Well, I have two that my phone won't work with on StreamYard. That's what I'm saying. If it's a USB-C, I can send you a 4-foot or a 6-foot.
I have one in the car that may work.
Well, if they don't,
way out there.
Yeah.
Okay, if they don't, and your phone is a USB-C, I'll send you the ones that I have.
Okay, I'll let you.
He was the runt of the litter. We had a Doberman Pinscher. I don't know why I think one of my cousins decided we needed this Doberman Pinscher. His name was Freddie, and he was the stupidest dog I've ever met. We could not train. We trained dogs. That's like something we did on the farm. We trained them to do all kinds of stuff. To work with cattle, to work with hunting, to work with horses, to work with sheep, because these are all different techniques, people. If you don't know that they're all different techniques. Like we had a blue heeler who was tiny, who was great with cattle, and we had
that's because they're designed for cattle.
Yep, they're small and they can get under those. We call them
that, or they can jump on top and they can crawl across their backs and shit.
Yeah, they do that too.
Healers are called healers because they will nip at heels.
They have no fear.
Absolutely none.
Austrian blue heelers have no fear. That was one of my favorite pups to play with. Tippy was a sheep herding dog, classic sheep herding dog. They kind of look like wolves. He had attitude, man, though. I was the only kid he'd deal with. And the other kids come near me and But I think it was because I didn't bother him. So every now and then he'd come up to me and like lay by my feet. I'd pat him on the head for a few seconds, and that was it. And then we had this little I think it got dropped off. I don't know why we had this thing. I don't know what it was. It was a poof ball. It was like this big. It was probably a poodle mix of something. It didn't look like a poodle, but it was probably some kind of mix with a teacup poodle. But you know what it was good at? Herding pigs. I don't know why, but it was good at that. I guess it was the only things, which is dumb because they would have ate that thing if we would have let him. But it's funny. I think a lot of us had family dogs. Somebody in the family had a dog named Tippy. That's a very common dog name.
I've never heard that before. Actually.
Yeah.
Really? My
Me
first
neither.
dog's name was Cleopatra. I was 3.
My sister named her dog Cleo.
And yeah, I called her Cleo.
That was Kitty's mom.
She was a beagle.
I never named my animal.
They were teacup poodles.
I've never
Actually, they were
gotten an
miniature
animal
poodles.
that hasn't already had a name because I've always had like rescues. Like I was brought up to rescue animals, really, and to foster animals, and also my dad would always get bird dogs because he believed if they're not, what is the point of having an animal that doesn't do something, you know?
Yeah,
right, if
all
they're
our
not
dogs
working.
were working dogs. I've never had
Right.
non-working dog. It's weird. My mom has one. I don't know how to deal with it.
Cute,
so the first actual pet we had was my dog Simba, that I was like, no, I want it. It's mine. It was this golden lab, like big, fat.
I love
She was
golden
the
labs.
best, amazing. Like I loved her so much. She was my baby. Oh, loved her so much. And the other dogs didn't like her because she was in the house and they were on the porch.
Henry VIII. That's funny.
I love that.
But she was not a working dog. But that was Simba was her name.
My brother's first dog, Samson, was an Airedale lab mix. And the lab was the dad. And the lab's name was Moose. When he sat down, his head hit my hip, was just higher than my hip. And he was a leaner. So he'd lean it. I would almost fall every time that dog did that. He was so big. And so his offspring were not small either. And if y'all ever seen Airedale, they're hunting dogs. They if you go raccoon hunting, they're very much known for that. Because they tree stuff. They like to tree stuff. But this dog was another one. He wasn't too bright. He started to get it like as he got older, but this dog ate a hole in the door. He didn't rip the door apart. There was a hole that was like from the bottom to the handle of the door, and there was no pieces on the floor.
He ate it.
So he ate the door.
Yeah. Or he knew how to use a trash can. Maybe he was just cleaning up after himself.
He wasn't that bright.
My trucker wants a trash panda. Growing up, we weren't. My father was very anti-animal. Until my mom came home one day with a dorky and said, "You have no say in this." And my dad swore that he was going to hate this dog. Yeah, no, that was not the case. My mom had to fight for custody of the dog in the divorce.
That happens a lot.
But the funny thing is when we got him, he was the runt and his paws stuck to everything.
Aww.
And my mom was going to call him Velcro until she watched him run, and he never fully ran. He would scamper. So that was his name.
Scamp.
No, it was Scamper.
Scamper.
And he loved the squeaky hamburgers. And every time he would squeak a hamburger until the squeaker died, we would have to get him a new one.
Mm-hmm.
And he loved Christmas because he got candy canes. He got one candy cane a year. And he loved carrots and celery. It was the weirdest thing. I've never seen a dog who liked
Sandy
carrots and celery.
loved carrots and celery.
My dog loves carrots. I don't know that we've tried celery.
And anytime mom would make anything with hamburger gravy, this dog would cry until he got gravy on his food.
Yeah. I would too. I want the hamburger gravy on my food.
We had him for a really long time, and we ended up losing him because my mom was living out in the country where she still lives now, and there's gates to get into her property, and the Jehovah Witnesses left the gate open, and he ran out and got hit by a car.
Oh,
yeah,
that sucks.
Now, mind you, she's now married to a Jehovah Witness.
Well, you know, they
and when they got married, I asked him, I said, which one of you sons of bitches fucking murdered my dog?
Yeah. Legit.
Yeah.
That would be.
Why?
I need a dog.
Why would you do that?
Especially when there's a no soliciting sign on the gate.
Yeah, and also it's a closed gate, so why would you just not
close it?
Just keep
For
it
any
closed,
of you all who do not know the rule, if you have grown up on a farm, you know this rule. Leave the gate the way you found it.
Yep.
Right.
If it was closed when you went through it, close it. If it was open when you went through it,
doors. If you come in my room, my door was closed. Close it when you leave.
And
I'm sorry. Do you walk into a house and leave the door open?
Oh,
right.
If it's closed,
it's just as crazy as when people close gates. Because when we were herding with horses, we would have certain gates open on purpose.
Yeah.
It's like, dudes, I need to dismount this horse. I have to make sure wrangle the horse and the cows at the same time because you stupid poo-poo heads left the gate closed.
Leave it the way
Not
you
a fun
found it.
thing.
It's simple.
Leave it the way you found it. Sometimes people, common sense. All right. We need to start signing off.
It's 12:07 and you wanted to start at 1, so.
Yeah, I have to eat lunch and start my Twitchy stream. So if anyone wants to play with me, I will post in the Gaming with Vixie room. Or even if you just want to talk to me while we're doing it, that's fine too. Yeah. So, Cherry, I think you're up.
Just brain farted.
That's
okay. I
okay.
ate some trolls last night. They tasted like chicken. And
I don't
love
know
your
if you
fellow
know this,
human.
but that's God's favorite food.
It really? Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Really?
It tastes like sushi.
Well, no, the sushi was beforehand, but then I ate some trolls and it tasted like chicken. And love your fellow human, guys, especially if they're stupid, because they need the extra love.
Fine.
It'll make you a better human in the end, I promise.
Are you sure? Okay. Well,
it teaches patience and all that happy horse shit.
Don't ask for patience; it gets tested.
I only have so much. It's kind of like feelings. I only have one a day, and I'm borrowed out for like 6 years at this point. Anyway, I appreciate you guys for showing up, and thank you for allowing me to be on the panels. I appreciate everybody every day, every moment. Kay, love you, bye.
Bye, Terry.
Love you, bye.
Okay, Polite. What do you have to see for yourself?
If it makes you happy, it doesn't have to make sense to anybody else. So do whatever the hell you want. Have a great day. I love you too.
Polite.
Love you.
Okay, that's me. Remember that people make time for what is important to them, and check out all the links and hit all the buttons. Okay, I accept our number of likes today. I accept that because that means they're all there. We're good with that.
That's a good number.
So remember to come back later for Bitches with Switches. Go check out Vixie on Twitch. I almost said Twixie on Vix.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Bye. You're so adorable. Thank you everyone for coming. I appreciate you. I love your faces. Remember, we're all made up of stuff of stars, and that makes us extraordinary creatures. So find your spark, ignite your passions, and make your dreams come true. I believe in each and every one of you. And if you need me, I'm just a DM away. I'll catch y'all later.
You guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me and Susie and Vixie and Mel. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much to Mimsy. Thank you so much to Myrtle. Thank you, Hubby. Thank you, Brentley. Thank you, Jimmy, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Polite, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all for coming and hanging out with us and shooting the shit for a couple of hours, having some coffee. It was great. I had fun. I hope you did. If you guys want to know more about what's going on later on, go to our Discord server, of course. Join that if you haven't already. Remember, if someone's mean to you, it's only because they're jealous. Know that me and Vixie and Cherry and Mel and only Mel and nobody else but Mel, the only person that you should absolutely contact is absolutely Mel, but never, ever, ever Mel. We'll be here to pick you up if you fall, and you're always, always welcome in my dollhouse, along with the Vixie Squad, one word, Coffee House, another, Vixie Squad Coffee House, 2 words. That's found in our Discord server, of course, in the description link below. While you're there, do me a favor and directly support this channel, of course. I know that we've already mentioned this a few times, but once again, go to our Planet Flipside Marketplace and get yourself one of these, or get yourself a cup or whatever. You can get yourself a coffee mug, honestly, and you can sip it and have whatever you want to drink. You could just have water in it if you want. I don't even care if you don't drink coffee. I mean, there's glasses too. So I mean, there's that. Get yourself a whole freaking thing, and it will be fine. It will be fine. Everything will be fine. Just do that. While you're there too, if you want to get a handmade item, such as that back there, or whenever this is done, like this, or anything like that, go to the DollHouZe Etsy shop. That's in the description link below. You'll get 10% off of your purchase off of all of the handmade items that we have there. So there's that. And again, Mesquite Creations, if you use code JerryBombUp, then you will get 20% off of your purchase on her stuff as well. Don't forget about Kendra Lash as well. Use all little words, all little letters. Cherry Bomb Pop is big letters, okay? All big caps, okay? Vixie Squad in little letters on kendralash.com, and you can get 20% off there as well. You guys, I've got very important doll things to do that involve a leaf blower, some clippings, and this sweater, and possibly Twitch and Vixie. I'm not really sure on how long that's going to take me for the blower, but either way, I'm still going to go there over on Twitch. So you should probably do the same, and I'll see you tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard for Bitches with Switches. Don't forget to bring your popcorn. Make sure you charge your devices so that you can not only watch it on your screen, but play with us. We have one spot open. We had one spot open actually last week, I believe, or 2 spots. I'm sorry, 2 spots open last week. So we are getting big, and the goal of just having all real people be with us is getting real. So please be a part of that. If you want to know more about that, again, in our Discord server, there's a little link that's part of that. So you should go there. That's where you'll get all of the information for that. So I'm going to go do my very important doll things and let this sleeping cat have herself a little nap. I hope you guys have a great, fantastic, amazing day, and I'll see you soon. Okay, love
Thursday. Friday, Saturday.
Good morning, Planet Flipside. How are you this morning?